It's around 60 this morning, maybe 58. It feels fantastic out here. It's even a little bit of a breeze. If it gets any chillier, I'll have to put on a light jacket. I was miserable last night. I took 2 Tylenol and 2 Benadryl at 11 and was in bed around 12, and I did sleep until 5:30-ish, but I woke up and the pain had switched more to itching, and I got up and I took a nice very hot shower to get some relief, which I did, and I'm doing a little better. The areas where I have the swelling are still very bruised, and but the itching is more preferable to the pain, I guess. Yeah, somewhere right straight back from here toward where the runoff from the yard, there's like a gully where the creek bed is. That's where I was throwing dead pieces of wood into the creek bed, because that just, you know, when it really rains over there, and that seemed like a good thing to do. So I got all cleaned up between those 3 trees there. There's one. And I was in here cleaning, and I was really trying to get everything to the creek bed and this tree done. And I didn't make it because of the stuff. And then really looking out my window, I wanted to do over here. I still could probably be okay to come and just do right in here and clean that up a little bit more, but not today. I'm not up to it today, even though the weather would certainly cooperate. Oh, anyway, that's what happened. I was throwing rotted wood into the creek bed, some branches, getting them out of my way so that I could, you know, keep working, and that's when I got swarmed. My buddy came to see me, help me. I pulled, I don't know, 50 pieces of stilt grass. Not a lot, but a little bit of maintenance every morning. It's starting to grow back over there a little bit in between the ferns. We knew it would. Hi, buddies. Let me get you some fresh water. Tux is still up top. He was eating his chicken. Hey, buddy. He was doing some serious talking to me through the storm door last night before bed. It's something he often does. Last night in particular was doing a lot of talking. I gotta make chicken today, buddy, but I had enough for my chicken eaters this morning. Just enough. Well, I guess if I decide to get in here anymore again, I'll have Don walk through there with his boots really good and look for any sign of anything coming up before I get in there. I don't want him to get stung, don't misunderstand. We found 2. Could there be 3? I mean, there could, but another nest, probably not. And just trying to figure out a way that I could tell the coast was clear before I got in there. Getting together with Sam on Friday, so that won't be a yard day. We'll see about Wednesday. There you are. Good morning. I don't have any editing to do today, but I will come in and sit with you for a while anyway, because I know how much you enjoy it. Let's get these old bowls up. Mom will be cooking the chicken. There's enough for now. We'll have fresh chicken later, okay? So they've dropped off at least 6 power company utility poles over there, wooden ones. Those weren't there a week or 2 ago.
Right.
Well, if you'd have asked me last night if I was going to be out here this morning.
Oh, my girl's tough.
I told Donnie no weight vest, probably just a few laps at South Park. I was prepared to cut it back. And then, of course, this morning, I wouldn't say that I feel that much great, but I don't like changing routine, and I don't like not doing what I feel like I'm supposed to be doing. So I'm also ready to get back out there in the yard on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You know, that every other day thing. I'm not happy I'm not out there today. But I'll try to take it a little easy, give my body time to recover, and not add anything to the recovery, even more importantly. So the crew was at South Park. Was at the environmental park. And they were having trouble getting one of the gas-powered engines to start up there. The one guy was working on it. And the other guy was trimming the privet back from the amphitheater. I'm like, just pull it out of the ground. It's been a rough morning walking in for trash. More stuff on the trail than we've seen in a long time. If I was going to pick one thing for people to change, my pet peeve would be, please stop using plastic water bottles in 99.5% of cases.
So I just picked up my favorite candy, which is a Reese's Peanut Butter Cup wrapper. There was no Reese's Peanut Butter Cup in the wrapper, but it was the plastic Mylar wrapper. And I said, you know, I need to create a title, a video or something of how candy keeps me young and healthy. Or how candy helps me lose weight. Stuff like that.
Yep.
And I can show people how all their candy wrappers keeps me young and healthy, because I have to bend over and pick them all up. You know, they get to enjoy the candy and they get to have all the diabetes and all the other issues probably it's going to come about from that. They can keep that, and I'll just keep the candy wrap. That's the healthiest part of the candy.
Right, is picking up the trash from it. Well, I just had a Captain's Wafers wrapper. Like I said, the trash has been significant today. Some days are worse than others.
Well, it was real pretty Saturday.
Yeah.
Sunday it kind of rainy, it was kind of yucky. But Saturday was gorgeous, and there was tons of people out here, which is great.
Just leave it how you found it.
Yeah, leave it better than you found it.
Better than you found it, yeah. Don hauled this really large piece of fabric. It looked like coveralls, the biggest shirt ever. I don't know. It was all wet and stuff. Somebody had left their water bottle, the piece of clothing, and a real water bottle, canteen type thing, smack dab in the middle of the trail, and Don hauled it 2/3 of the way to the nearest trash can. And there's a guy on the trail, and he saw Don gathering it up to take it, and gave Don like a, I wouldn't touch that thing look. Not me. Why are you doing that? You know, sort of thing. And it's like, you know, we're happier to be part of the solution. Just because it was wet from rain didn't mean it was going to kill you. Don's obviously going up there for a piece of trash. Don says I was within an inch of him.
Oh, I'm not kidding. I'm surprised you all but stepped on him. Yeah, I mean...
Well, I didn't see him. It's a copperhead. It's venomous. It's not good. I'm just not having good luck right now. Oh, Jesus. Thank God, Don. I was on my phone.
Well, you would have... Actually, I didn't do you any favor, because you...
I would have just cleared him.
And never even
never known. And instead, I stomped and screamed and moved. And
yeah, I actually didn't help a bit. Because by the time I saw him, it was like she was basically the next step.
Well, Don and I have had this talk before about it's his responsibility to watch my feet when we're walking when I'm on my phone. That was a little close.
Yeah, that was the closest.
It won't influence my walking up and down this trail. Let's just say I'll take whatever angel was prevented me from actually stepping on that today. Because Lord knows, I'm all swole up enough. I don't need anything else to bite on me.
Yeah, you'd just be going to the emergency room for sure.
Well, they're still working in that spot. If I had to guess, they're making that trail a little more passable down in that direction too, as we walked it a couple of weeks ago and the grass was high and things were overgrowing that part of the trail. We're back home. I'm so happy that Mr. Man has got his little breeze and his spot up here on the platform. And hi. I gotta go wash my hands before I do much petting, but I'm coming back out, okay? Coming back out. Marty's, or Morris 1 is up top over there. Just having fun in the cat hotel. The breeze must, oh, here's Marty, so that's Morris. So I have 2 rain barrels that came from my house 10 years ago that are stored under the house. I don't know, maybe they're 50-gallon size, 25-gallon, I don't know. They're green. They're kind of the same color as my compost bin over there, and I asked Don if we could haul them out to put 4-foot inflatables on top of. So, we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that now. He'll have to pull the tractor out to get to them. That's my project for the day. Get the rain barrels out, and if I'm lucky, get at least an inflatable on one of them. But I'd even be happy with getting them out today and doing the installation another day if need be. As luck would have it, the barrels were too big to come through this hole, and 6 months ago Don had moved the barrels farther away from the other entrance, but he's working on it. I was just pulling some stilt grass, trying to be nearby and out of the way. You look so comfy there, Morris. This is a good boy. There's Marty Cat. Yay!
What fun.
Did you roll your eyes at me?
Pretty much.
But you love me, right?
Oh yeah. Ask me what I think about rain barrels.
They're great. They're awesome. It's free. We have it already.
Well, that's probably, it's a good thing that all those are true.
Leveling and dealing with roots, the hardest part.
Yeah.
So Don just put a pop rivet. What did you call it?
A blind rivet, pop rivet, yeah.
It popped, especially against the metal of the shed.
That's right.
So we decided 1 loop on the shed and 1 loop over here on the planter, and then we'll have the 2 tie downs. These 4-foot and over here in this corner by the shed, I'm not worried about it trying to fly to Kansas. But it does get windy in the fall, so it does need to be secured. It can't just sit up there and be on the ground in a half a minute. And he's using a Velcro tie, so easy on, easy off for when we switch to the next inflatable. You gotta look out for me and my work jobs, right?
Yeah, gotta look out, because Scott, she's gonna work me to death if I don't.
Nah. Mr. Owl with the witch hat is up. Don's got the 2 cords going to the side and did a little careful mounting over here of the electrical outlet, so hopefully we won't trip or have any problems with it. And he's working on this side now. I got a ghost holding a pumpkin for this side. This is a bright corner between the GMC and the sun, and the owl is white. It's bright.
Yeah.
Thank you, Donnie.
Scary corner. Very scary.
Oh, it's Halloween fun corner at our house.
Okay, but I don't get no candy.
And it should be pretty quick swap at Christmas, so I'm very pleased. I knew those rain barrels were going to come in handy for something someday. Let's just say because of tucks, it's best to keep them high. And if you're going to have 4-foot ones, they look better when they're raised. There's Tux and Marty straight ahead. Here's Stripe. I saw Panthers on the front porch. I just need to lay my eyes on Morris here in the next hour or 2. Make sure he's not under the house. The house is closed up. And I don't think he's under there, by the way. But I will need to verify.
Well, I epoxied it back on there. I gotta, smooth out the epoxy a little bit. But I'm thinking it's doing really well. I'm thinking it ain't gonna come apart right there. I think that was a good repair.
Don and I have had dinner. We had a steak. We're trying to eat earlier. It's only 6 o'clock. I'm going to try to do the second floor of the pumpkin house on the front side. Just piddle for a little bit. I think I can put that up pretty quick. And my right leg looks a little splotchy. We're kind of keeping an eye on it. It's still very swollen. It still hurts a lot. The other spots hurt too, but that one's where there were 3 bites. I did ice. I put it up high. I'm just tired of sitting and thinking, and I need to do something. So I'm going to do Legos. I was going to say, Don's out here somewhere. He's doing the black on the cars because when we get back from the walk tomorrow, there won't be time. Right. Thank you, Donnie.
You're welcome, sweetheart.
She looks so much better with the clean paint and the tire black. I just wanted to come out and see him for a minute. I'm working on my Legos. It's going okay. Hi, buddy. Good boy. Well, that gives you a really good idea of what the second story is going to look like. The back side will be similar, but has a little balcony. I am not quite finished with the trim here, but it's 8 o'clock and I've still got to debone the chicken and I'm getting tired, so I'm stopping for tonight. But you can clearly see I'm pretty excited about how it's looking. Outside to get cat food bowls, and I noticed how nice it looked over here. After this morning scare, I'm actually looking at the asphalt. It'll take a little while to get over, almost stepping on the copperhead. They look very nice, and the kitty. If I walk a little closer, the light will probably... Whoa! I stepped on Stripe. God, Stripe, you've got to not do that to your mama. Well, normally the overhead light senses heat and comes on, but it didn't do that this time. It looks very nice. There it is. Now I can clearly see there's no snakes on the driveway. But that was good that it didn't come on right away. But yes, I almost went down because Stripe is a leg rubber. I love you, buddy. I do. You let me pick you up like you're a little rag doll, and I do. I'm very attached, so I forgive you. I should have known you were down there because I know that you like legs. It's a natural cat thing to rub your legs because they want to leave a little scent on you. Nothing you can smell, but they can smell. I am printing more. Some came off today, more went on. Looking good. We've got these 4 to clean. Don said he filmed a video that he's happy with the loppers. My bucket with the cleaned ones is here. I'll eventually get to assembling it. Just double checking the printer's doing good. I can see it in the house from the camera, but still doesn't hurt to double check. And go offload the camera card. I don't know that I can get everything offloaded in time to do the video tonight, which is not good since tomorrow's Tuesday, but... Hey, buddy. The good boy. Yes, a good boy. Here's Tux Man. Everybody comes to see their mama.
My girl, she's very stressed. We're on our way to Walgreens to pick up a prescription.
Yeah, one of my bites started not to look right. I don't know if I noticed it when I woke up this morning or think sometime during the day. Not at 5 a.m., but like maybe around noon when I took my shower after our walk, or 2 when we came in from...
Yeah, you showed me it was...
Yeah, this afternoon after we came in from putting up the inflatables and I took off my leggings, I noticed that the spot on my right calf didn't look normal. It was beyond the pink swollen... Right. It had red splotches in it, and so we just did Teladoc because naturally I waited till after urgent care to realize what was happening, and she confirmed it's cellulitis, so we're gonna go start me on some antibiotics, and she was encouraging that the antibiotics would knock it out, so hopefully it will.
Yeah, I agree. So here we go.
Well, there is 10 people outside waiting and 10 people inside waiting, but they were working just as hard as they could back there to fulfill the prescriptions, and we've got the antibiotic and are on our way back home now.
And they seem to have one prescription of one pharmacist, and then they had like 3 or 4
Techs.
running around. So I have to say, I thought it was going to be a disaster, but I got to say they did okay. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but you know, they got us out without waiting there forever.
Yeah, I told Dawn the way you manage that pharmacy is you show up, you let them know you care about the prescription and that you'll wait, and then they fill it. Otherwise, it would have been tomorrow sometime, waiting on them to text me it was ready. Not happening soon.